Hey, folks. In these days that we live in, many of us have noticed the mass population is very confused. We're getting messaging coming from all angles that are completely obliterating values, morals, and common sense. And so it's with that in mind that I bring this quick video to you. And it starts with a story. I recently went in and was speaking with a veterinarian, and just sort of rhetorically, I asked her, I said, there's all this information out there. Can you tell me clearly how many genders there are? And you'd expect a veterinarian to know. And she said, well, JM, there's two genders. And she was kind of smiling because she knew where I was going with it. And so just to kind of keep it going, I said, are you sure? Like, I keep hearing that there's like 20 plus genders now. And she said, well, JM, you know what? Look up Mr. Rogers, Everybody's Fancy. And I thought, oh, what's that? She said, well, just look it up when you get a chance. So I did. And I thought, maybe you've seen this. It's probably making its rounds. But for those that haven't seen it, this is a clip from 1971. And, this goes back to when things were simple, things made sense, and common sense was accepted. So let me just share this with you right now, and I'll stick around with you, and I'll give you my final thoughts right after. This is very worthwhile watching.
Each one of these paper clips has its own job to do. Here are a couple other different kinds. And yet they're all called paper clips. Here. Here's another one. This is a small one that's strong. Each one is fancy. In its own way, just the way each person is fancy in his or her own way. Some are fancy on the outside. Some are fancy on the inside. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy. And so is mine. Boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy. And so is mine. Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy. And so is mine. I think you're a special person. And I like your ins and outsides. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine.
So now there's a wholesome message, and it's not, I'm not doing this to offend anybody that's bought into the current rhetoric. I realize surgery to make that decision. So I just thought I'd share that with you. That this is the type of thing that I think people need to be aware of, and to see that, the powers that be that are coming out with this other messaging saying you can actually change who you are through surgeries, and you can identify as something other than what you are, I think is very, very counterproductive. And I think it's confusing the kids, And especially when you start talking about things that are a permanent change, very, very, very dangerous, and it weakens society. So anyway, just wanted to weigh in on that and share that clip with you, because I don't think that the public schools are sharing this type of information anymore and helping people to just be happy with who they are. You don't need to make other people happy and feel like you're buying into their narrative in order for you to be happy. So anyway, hope everyone has a good day. Do what you got to do. Stay happy, stay safe, and we'll chat soon. Ciao.